Now, do not take your body for granted. That's the message from Alex Smith, who's here this morning because his son Harrison has Duchenne muscular dystrophy. We've talked about on this show many times before, and it does mean that his muscles deteriorate at an alarming rate.
Well, by the time he's a teenager, Harrison will lose the ability to walk, and eventually he will lose all muscle function in his body. Alex joins us in the studio at the moment. Harrison is 11 years old. This is him pictured behind us. And wow, what a journey you've been on to this point. But it's quite a late diagnosis for children with Duchenne. 4 years old, around then?
Yeah, around 4 years old. It's normally when you start to notice that something's different. A lot of people notice, particularly when they have a second child, that they're doing things differently, or they're just not reaching milestones that they might do if they were totally healthy.
I mean, Duchenne is something which I think we're becoming more aware of now. There's been a couple of high-profile cases. What are you trying to do to raise awareness and to raise money to tackle this?
Well, we do a lot, and we've done a number of adverts over the years. But the latest advert we've got out is our gym excuses.
Right. Well, we all have gym excuses.
We all have gym excuses, that's the thing. And this campaign is basically trying to say, don't take your health for granted, don't take your muscles for granted, because we have a whole generation of children with Duchenne muscular dystrophy who don't have the choice and whose muscles are deteriorating at a terrible rate.
So if you need a good gym excuse, go to gymexcuses.com.
Go to gymexcuses.com. All you need to do is go on the website, make a donation, and then there's a lovely Rolodex of 1,000 different excuses, much better than the generally rubbish excuses we come up with, like my phone doesn't have enough battery.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good thing to do, a good way to get people to donate. I don't know, £5 would get you an excuse with it.
Absolutely.
Where are we in terms of treatment for Duchenne? I mean, I know obviously last year there was a very big case with Translarna.
That's correct.
Which helps keep the boys on their legs for longer, because once they come off their legs, it's very hard to get back up again, isn't it?
That's correct. The thing with Translarna is it's a very small subset of boys with Duchenne. So there are lots of different mutations, and Translarna helps a very small subset of them. So there are some drugs that are coming through. There's one in America that's been approved, the first drug for Duchenne that was approved in America. But again, that's only 15% of boys with Duchenne who have a very specific mutation. Science is moving incredibly quickly, and we're doing everything that we can, both myself at Harrison's Fund as well as all the other charities, and they're working incredibly hard to try and get there. But science just unfortunately takes time, and these children don't have enough time.
And is that science focusing mostly on treating those children that already have it, or on trying to work out the causes and perhaps trying to work out how to avoid diagnoses in the future, or a bit of both?
Well, Duchenne is a genetic disease, so unless we're changing the parent, the child is going to have it. But if we can diagnose at birth and then change that genetic defect at birth, then they'll effectively never have it. My first goal at the moment is to slow it down. I've got an 11-year-old son, he's just come off his feet, he's now in an electric wheelchair full time, and I need to give him enough time to let science catch up with something that will change his life forever.
Yeah, so it's about taking the sort of progressive steps, because what people may not realise is, and I hate to bring it up, but it's for people to understand the impact of this, they need to realise that because of this muscle failure, boys with Duchenne, it is only boys, not likely to live past 18, 19.
That's correct. It's 99% boys, 1% girls. So it's on the X chromosome. So women have two X chromosomes. The one that's defective is taken over by the production of dystrophin is taken over by the other X. But yeah, the average age at the moment is 19 to 25, something like that. And it's your heart and your lungs that give up in the end.
Now that's, for a family, and I know a family whose son has Duchenne, it's incredibly difficult to keep going, to stay positive through all of this. How are you focusing all of that?
Just the remaining positive part of it. For me, I choose to remain positive. I take it as a choice. But that's just me. A lot of people can't do that. But I have great hope that we're going to get somewhere. And people like Louisa that you know are doing incredible work. And Johnny knows someone as well. And Mark at Action Duchenne, Mark Silverman, Action Duchenne, they're doing incredible work as well. And together, if we all have hope and we all continue to drive, we will find a treatment and a cure for Duchenne.
You will indeed. Alex, thank you. Good to talk to you this morning.
And for once, take this chance to skip your gym trip.
Yeah, gymexcuses.com.
Gymexcuses.com.
There you go.